Yeah, here we are, back at the grind. Anyhow, for anybody that doesn't know about me, here I am. This is out in Prince Edward Island, Canada. Now, if I walk up there, I'll do that. I'll stop the camera. Maybe I won't. Yeah, here I am. Flags flying. Need a new flagpole one of these days. I think a guy in metalwork would be able to fix that, wouldn't you? Well, it takes time. Anyhow, a windy day today. So there's my usual winter driving car. It's that one over there. It's a Tiguan 2017 variety R version, and you know what that is. Now here's the front of the house. This is where I live, and this is at Holland Cove in Prince Edward Island, and that'd be salt water out there in the ocean. Actually, the bay, Hillsborough Bay. Now I make stuff like this stuff over here. Sculptures. There's another one over here. Hopefully the wind isn't getting you too much here. And it's all old farm implement stuff, except for that thing there, and that's I'm an old surveyor. That's an antenna from a Magnavox GPS device. All the satellites disappeared from the sky about 1982. Anyhow, here we are, we'll go back. As I've mentioned, there's a big wind here today. That's the very first sort of statue that I made. That's my sentinel. He or she watches the driveway and makes sure nobody comes in. Or watches anybody that does come in. Because you can't stop them. And anyhow, here I am in the back. This is where most of all my videos come from these days. There's lots of videos online from way in the past when I've did some traveling and stuff like that. And now, what do I have? I work on old cars. Now, it took me a while to get everything built back here. We moved here in 2012, I think. We built the house. And then in the front, I've got that nice garden out there, and in the back here is my shop. And if you notice that we're all solar powered, everything here is solar powered. It's kind of a net zero place. In the very back there, you can see solar panels back there. And on the roof of the shop here, it's all solar panels. I don't know if you can see that. You maybe see a little bit of them. So there's 2 racks of solar panels, and they provide about 100% of the power that I use around here. But it's a grid tie thing, so in the daytime, when I produce more electricity than I can use, it goes out to the Maritime Electric. And at nighttime, it comes back to me. So in here, I've got one tractor. That's my new tractor that I bought shortly ago, because my old tractor is getting kind of wore out, and I wanted to make sure I have a tractor that'll work to run that snowblower over there. That's a snowblower and a garden tiller and then a plow thing. So then, what's going on here? So I've got in that shop here a couple of cars and a couple of boats. I'll show them to you. So I didn't know I was a collector, but I guess if you have more than 3 of something, you're a collector. So I guess I'm a collector. So I've got this 1985 635 CSI BMW, which was I've had it since 2005, and I just got around to fixing it up last year after building that shop there. So I had this big shop here, and I have the old Mercedes here. It's a 1968 Mercedes. I think I've had it since about 2007 or 8 or something like that. And slowly did some work on this. This Mercedes is in pretty good shape for the most part, but the underbelly needed some work on the floor pans and stuff like that. Not serious work. And I did that in this shop one time in the summertime. But when in summertime it's too hot, and the wintertime it's too cold, so it's kind of a funny shop to work in. It's good for storage. Back here are a couple of motorcycles. I think I've shown you this stuff before. There's a 1986 Honda Scooter Helix there. And then there's a motorcycle underneath that gray thing right there. That's Sam's motorcycle. A couple of the neighbors' golf carts that I leave here in the wintertime. And I put my boat. That's a 17-foot Lund with a 90 horse on the back of it. That goes in here in the winter, and this is a friend's boat. He lives down in, he and she live down in Massachusetts, and they just leave the boat here. Left it here 2 summers ago, then COVID hit, and then, you know, they've never been back. But I presume they'll be coming one of these days. Got a lawnmower, of course. Everybody has to have a lawnmower. Then, dogs, yeah, a couple of dogs. And here's a little travel trailer, but this little travel trailer is okay, and I drag it around behind the Volkswagen Tiguan, and it's pretty good. But I've always sort of had my eyes on a Westfalia, so don't you know, went and picked up that thing yesterday. It needs a pile of work, but the motor, they say, is okay. You never know. Wait until I get it apart and I'll see. Anyhow, I'll show you the trip home, and that's a little bit of an intro to the shop here. And then inside this shop here, I've got it's a heated shop, and insulated and heated, and it's a smaller thing, so it's easy to heat. And heat pump up on the wall there, that's one of those heat pump things, and that keeps the place plenty warm. And then that thing there is just a big exhaust fan that I get it filled with smoke often when you're welding. And this is a TR7 that I've been working on. And I'll just keep on working on the TR7 until I get to a point where I think it's, let me see, when it needs to be painted is when I'll quit working on this and wait till it's warm enough to paint, and then I'll maybe roll that Volkswagen into here. We'll see. And lots of tools, the grinders and English wheels, and that's a bead maker, and those are dollies, and a big vise, and a welder here somewhere. Yeah, there's a welder. ESAB welder. And of course the shop vac. And that's a metal brake thing back here for bending metals. And it works pretty good. And so I do a bunch of metal work on the car, welding and cut out the rust. And when I started on the BMW, it was somewhat similar to that. There was a little bit of Barney rubble to it. And it came around, and it looks pretty good now. So we hope that this car here will come out as nice as the BMW came out. Because the BMW, it's the first time I ever painted a car, was the BMW car, and it came out pretty nice, and it, you know, it just looks nice. So there you are, kind of an intro to the what am I called? I'm called Back to the Grind. Kind of an intro to Back to the Grind. So you can see there's a bunch of what do you call them, playlists I made up. So I made up a playlist fixing up on the BMW, and I made up a playlist that's got so far work done on the Mercedes, which sort of Mercedes I sort of fill in the time on that one when I feel like it. I go to work on it for a while. Then there's a pretty big playlist on that Triumph in there, and there's playlists for, you know, moving snow around the yard and all sorts of stuff like that. So dive in and enjoy it. There you go. Bye for now. Yeah, I guess I'll start a new week here with a bit of a road trip. Got that car hauler all hooked up and ready to go. Need to fix a couple of lights on the other side. All the lights on this side work. The blinkers work, the flashers work, everything works. And I'm going to change one tire over there, and I'll change that license plate light. So one tire on the other side is a little bit worn, but I'll just put the spare tire on it, and then there'll be 4 good tires on the machine. So that's next. Yeah, there, I think I'm pretty near ready for a road trip. That Peter at W8, Warehouse 8, in Atlantis Motor down here in Charlottetown, very kindly lent me this truck. And I own the trailer myself, but I had to do a little bit of work on it to get it going right. So first thing I did was, I'll just show you, got all the lights going. We hope. There should be lights on the truck, right? Lights on the truck. And then lights everywhere you look now. There's so many lights that you can't even imagine how many lights there are. One there without a lens. I should put a lens on it. I think I'll do that. I have a lens. But it seems that all the lights work okay. And then I changed this one tire right here because it was pretty, I'll show you. It was pretty wore out. Maybe not as wore out as that other one that's on there. Maybe I should have changed the other one. But anyway, it's got a new tire on the one side here. This other tire, it's not too bad. But it'll make one more trip, I hope. If it doesn't, I'll take tools along to change tires. Then so everything works, and I fixed up that emergency brake for the electric brakes. If the thing breaks free, then the emergency brake pulls on that and hits the electric brakes on the wheels. And I'm going to take it for a test run and just make sure everything pulls okay, and then well, I think we'll be set to go. Oh, here I installed this thing. Wait, I'll go around the other side. Can't see it from this side. And I'll stop that bong, 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 and hey, bong, 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 bong. Everything's bong, bong, bong. Bong, 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 bong. I'll turn off the lights. Oh, it's bonging because the door's open. The keys are in it. There. Anyhow, so I installed this, it's like just a hand winch, mostly using for boats, but I put it pointing that way, right? And then that thing there makes it point towards that way so that I can pull stuff on, and I'll be able to hopefully winch that little bus on here, whatever. When I get there, we'll see. I don't know, it might even run. And I've got ramps back there, so we'll get it figured out. One way or another, we'll get it done. Anyhow, we're set to go. Yeah, here it is. Oh, dark 30. And I'm ready to go. That'll be the eastern sky out there. On the way to Cape Breton. So I'll give you an update along the road. Yeah, here I am on the bridge. The sun is coming up over there. And heading from PEI onto the Confederation Bridge over to, where am I going to? Nova Scotia. Well, I hit New Brunswick, and then Nova Scotia is the ultimate goal to Cape Breton Island. Yeah, I made it across the bridge, and here I am in New Brunswick. There's the bridge in the background, way back over there. This is Cape Germain. I figured I'd come and check the tires, make sure everything's okay, and it feels like everything's all right. Yeah, there's no heat, so I think we're good. And the lights are still working. Yeah, everything's good, so carry on. Yeah, so there it is. Your first glance at it. 1982 Volkswagen Rusty Bucket. It's got lots of, it's been repainted a few times, I'm sure. And it's been all sorts of colors. I think the original color was kind of a lighter brown that came in Volkswagen vans. They look not bad. Needs a little bit of work on the interior. Needs a little bit of work everywhere, but the seats are here. And I think everything's here, just a matter of getting it right. The doors need work, everything needs work, but they close. So, got it strapped on, ready to go. It's all tight, and there's a boomer on the other side of that, and a boomer here, and then another boomer at the, then I put another strap at the back here. And don't know what happened, whatever happened to the lights. They might be inside there. They said everything that came out of it is in it. So, anyhow, where am I? Marion Bridge Community Hall, that says. And that's where, it's a Vanagon L, 1982, Westfalia. Well, I'll take it home and we'll see how it works out. Yeah, here I got it home, and I'm got the big truck unhooked and took it back to where it belonged. I got it hooked onto the tractor. I had it hooked onto the other tractor because I've got a hitch thing in the front of it, but the too much weight on the front of the trailer, and it was lifting the back wheels to the tractor off the ground. So here I go. I'll move it down the hill. See what happens here. Maybe you'll get to see some live action off the new tractor. This one here is pretty easy. Just press that button and there it goes. There it is, coming along behind me. Just into the backyard here. The other one, I got to right about here. You see that divot in the ground. So, from here, get it past the building there. And this one's got power steering, so it's pretty easy to steer it. And it's got all that weight on the hitch there, so that's all weight on the back wheels. It makes it kind of safer going down the hill. It's stop. Anyhow, there we go. I'll get it turned around into a spot. I'm going to park it in by that blue pit there. Yeah, there we go. It's parked where it's going to be for a while. I'll open up all the doors and have a look inside and see what it looks like inside. Might be kind of interesting. Yeah, now here, that's pretty well tore apart inside. And the ceiling needs a little bit of work. Don't know whether the other thing opens or not. We'll find out sometime. The roof looks like it needs new fabric on the roofing thing. And it looks like it needs new trim all the way through. I don't know what I can do about that. I'll figure it out. Then here's in the motor department. Now, I don't know why. Looks like somebody was welding in here another time, eh? So it's been worked on before. There was rust right there, you can tell. Then they painted it pink inside the motor compartment. I think the original color was this brownish type of color. There's the motor cover. And if I go around the outside, I'll start picking out bad bits. But I'll have a good look at it around. It's got ashtrays. Cool. And I know that well, here we'll go up to the front now. This is the back end. And the door is held open by that very special door holder called the 2x4. Then I did see the tail lights sitting right over there. So there's tail lights in there. I have no idea what that plug there would be for. It might be for the Volkswagen dealer to plug into to find out what's wrong with the damn thing. And it looks like there's a light somewhere back here. Anyway, we'll just carry on. Wait, I'll get my little hammer. There it is. Now, a little bit windy out here today, so I'll just take a quick look around it. So here, I have the hammer. Some of this stuff has been replaced before, I think. Like the wheel wells sound all right. Well, the frame looks okay from what I can see. That swing arm there needs some repairing down below here. And this is all rotted out. And that's all rotted out there. Yep, lots of that rot. Now in here, I do know there's some Barney rubble stuff in here. And I do know that thing there, I think that's a air vent when you're driving along without air conditioning. I know that the window doesn't do very much. Nothing happens. But that's one of them things. Barney Rubble has visited here, and he's fairly serious on this side. Can't really tell on the other side. That's all serviceable. It can be cleaned up. Right in around the edges of the running board's bad. Right in underneath there is bad, but that comes through from here. You can see right there. Bad. Bad news. Anyway, now that air hole goes right through. Well, in that air hole, then it'll connect to here, and it carries on into the back of the car somehow. I don't know how. For ventilation in the back. Now this looks like it was redone up front here. Looks like it's okay. There. That's all okay. That part's not so okay. This part's all okay. I don't know if there's a signal light for it somewhere or not. Tow hook's okay. The horn looks like it's had better days. It does have a spare tire. I don't know if there's anything in it because I've got one flat tire at the back there. And the front suspension looks reasonable, like it needs new rubbers and stuff like that in there. This side here, not as bad as the other side. I haven't been able to open that door yet. Wait till I'll see if I can. Yeah, indeed, the door opens. And inside, it's all right. Outside, not as good. Back to the back here, it needs some help. Whoops, I'm not even pointing the right way. Sorry. Needs some help there, but the floor part's all right. I imagine when I get it up on a lift, it'll show. Now it's unfortunate that that is screwed because those things are hard to fix, but I guess that's the new challenge. Yeah, all the way along there is not so great. Anyway, but at least the door opens. What the hell? See if I can get it closed now. Yeah, and the door closes. And this rail here looks like it's okay. Just peeling paint in there. You never know. Oh, no, there's some rust in there. I'll have to figure out how to get to that. Then around the windows here. I don't think it's too bad in there. See how that thing there has got to come off somehow. Then I can get to it. Well, anyhow. Imagine there's a multitude of there's not much body filler on it. Not any body filler on it. That's an encouraging sign. Now, I haven't been up to the roof yet, but we'll get up there sometime. And the gas cap opens. Oh, it smells bad in there. So I'll just close that again and make on I didn't know about it. For now, I think that's where the seatbelt goes. And the roof is coming down. It's got a vent in the roof up there. Imagine that needs fixing or replacing. Now I had all my tools here, but this side here, I think that was replaced at one time down here. You never know with these things. And the dashboard's got a dashboard. It's got nothing in the glove box. And all the wiring that goes with the gear shift. It's an automatic transmission. But the fridge is there. Well, I wonder if that works. Not likely. But I imagine I can get all those pieces. The camper pieces are all, they make new ones of them. Here's a seat belt here. Oh yeah, that goes on down here. Brexit law. Anyway, I've got quite a bit of a project going already on the Triumph, so this will be next in the list, I think. No radio, but that's alright because I'd put in a new radio anyhow. Well, I guess it'll be a while before I get it up on the lift to make sure to see anything else going on. That tire went flat on the way home, which is not a big surprise. Somewhat better and somewhat worse than I anticipated. So, anyhow, here you go. So, what do we got here? 1982 Volkswagen Westfalia. Needs quite a bit of tender loving care. But, anyhow, thanks, Mary. There you go. All for now.